Pride of Higara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard the Starship in Normal Prize for another episode of Galactic Civilizations III, where we are doing the Ludicrous campaign, which if you guys are unfamiliar with that, we are playing on the largest map possible on Galactic Civilizations with 99 AIs on the map. And we're just gonna play and see what the heck happens. It's gonna be fun once we start finding some aliens to talk to or destroy or team up with. But anyways, before we actually really start getting started, apparently there was a major patch that came out this week, version 4.2. And a lot of it is a lot of economic balancing that they did for the game based off of feedback from other players or other people that play this game, which I actually really appreciate the fact that Stardust Games is taking into account of other people's feedback and trying to improve their game and still at the same time follow the direction that they want to do. I find that very admirable for a big major gaming corporation to take the time to listen to their customers and help improve their game, based off of their feedback. But anyways, I'm gonna go through a slight amount of the notes because I have it up on one of my monitors. So first thing, something that we're not actually gonna be able to run into in this playthrough is there's a new planet class that has been added in. Like I said, it would require me to completely redo the campaign to add that planet in, so we're not gonna be able to experience the new planet class. I don't know what it is. It just says class 26, so that's all we know about it. And some balance of the other planet classes have been improved, which that should apply for this playthrough, but we'll find out about that. Players now start out closer to each other. Again, we're not going to experience that because that requires a new game being made. But one of the important things that I noticed is all of the military attachments that you can put on your star bases no longer cost materials. So for instance, if you wanted to add a shield generator to your starbase, it no longer requires ellerinium, which I don't play this game enough to really make an opinion on if that's a good decision or not, but at least that's cool. That means we can actually start putting defense systems on our stations now because we no longer need one antimatter, tholium, and alunium. So that's cool. I think that's probably will help out in the beginning of the game a lot more, especially when you start getting attacked. So there's that, and then there's some of the modules that have been reduced on the amount of materials they require on the space stations, like the scanner and whatnot, which I don't even know because I never really gotten that far in Galactic Civilizations. The content approval threshold for your colonies has been reduced by 5%. So it's going to be a little bit harder for your colonies to remain super happy, which I actually like that. The reason why our colonies are always happy is because of the fact of our traits. And I don't remember where our traits are located. But one of them is content, because our people are kind of really relaxed. They don't really care what goes on. They trust their leader. Which is kind of one of the reasons why I did that. So that's another adjustment. Also, the maps now have more colonizable planets available. Again, I would have to completely redo the campaign in order to have that applied. But for our map, it's been increased from 500 to 550 total habitable planets. And that's default, by the way. That's not, planets added from events or planets that, that you do something and somehow, oh my god, now this planet is no longer a gas giant, it's a normal planet. Like events like that will still add more. That's just the default starting. And a lot of techs also now improve admin points. So like xenocommerce increases admin points. Artificial gravity increases admin points, which I believe will help the beginning of the game when you're trying to get your tech going. And the last really important a change that they did, there's still more, like capital worlds now provide more credits, so you now start out with a lot better economy at the beginning, And your capital planet now also starts off with more basic production. And cargo ships now require more materials to be produced, and same with colony ships, so they take longer to get done. But we also have one very important update that they did that I actually really like. Teeny holes now have a default +2 to their movement. And that's again by default, so they will move a lot further now than they normally did. So that's cool. And small holes also receive a +1 movement speed buff by default. So that will help your small ships move around the map a lot faster, which to me makes sense because those are going to be your sensory ships, not really going to be your main combat ships. And I also like that because of the way I wanted to do this series. When we get further into the game and need to start building a military, my plan was to actually break down the ship sizes based off of homeworld ships. Because in the game, I believe there are 5 ship sizes. You got small, or teeny, small, medium, large, and huge. In homeworld, there's also 5 ship classes. Your fighters, corvettes, frigates, super capital ships or destroyers, and your battle cruiser and battleships. So what I was going to do is have fighters be teeny, corvettes be small, frigates be medium, destroyers be large, and battlecruisers be huge. So the fact that teeny and small ships get a speed buff makes a lot of sense because fighters and corvettes are very fast ships in homeworld. So the fact that they can move around faster on the map makes a lot more sense to me. So without further ado, let's actually get into the game now that we're gone through all that stuff. So in the last episode, I believe we found this little system over here, which has a class 12 planet with tholium and 3 food productions and nanites on it. I believe we were going to make this our economic center for our empire. And I believe we were going to send you over here to this planet to kind of more extend our borders than anything. Also, with the ship and movement speed increase, that'll also help empires discover each other quicker. Because I do think that's kind of one of the problems, especially when you're playing those super large maps, that it takes forever to find other empires. So hopefully, or other aliens. So hopefully in this episode, we'll finally start figuring out who our neighbors are. What are we making on this planet? Import-export center. Oh yeah, that's right. Once that gets done, we'll get some trading going on. And I think another thing they adjusted was the fact that in the Retribution expansion, star distances is reduced from 7 tiles to 5 tiles, which I believe that means that that these will be closer together. So you'll probably have more star systems on the map because their spawn rate will be closer to each other. I think that's what that means. Don't quote me on that. That's just what I'm guessing on. But anyways, let us move the starship. We have 3 moves right now. It probably has to go through a turn or whatnot to actually update. And we actually haven't ended our turn. Okie dokie. So you get down here. We can now produce you. You are going to be a mining ring because you're going to get all these resources for us. Okay. And we will rename you. We will name this mining base Garden's Bounty. I think that makes a lot of sense. It's got a lot of resources that it's going to take care of. So naming it after the Kadesh, I believe, would make a lot of sense to me. But anyways, we can build these. It does require a treasury. At the moment, we are spending a lot, and I think it's because of our massive expansion going on right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at our finances. Let's see, report, I believe. No. Economy? Economy is what we need. So for income, we're getting 23 off of our planets. Rachel's producing 3, Karen's producing 2, Sobania is producing 16. We got 33% on taxes, which we could probably bump that up a little bit higher because we have a pretty good happiness level. I have to check the other planets real quick. We don't have any Commonwealth, so we're not making money from that. We're not making any money from tourism, which we should here soon once we get that system built on our main planet. Colony maintenance is 3. Sobania, Rachel, and Karen. Starbase maintenance is 7. Right, it requires maintenance to keep these starbases running. Okay. So let's see if we can increase taxes. We should be able to afford it because these plants are still really small. Let's see, approval rating of 4.7. So that's not too bad. So you'll be fine if I increase taxes. What about Rachel? Rachel, 4.9 is your total happiness. Yeah, we got +2 from a content society. So yeah, let's go ahead and raise taxes to 40%. It's not going to solve our income problem, but it will help mitigate a little bit. Once tourism becomes available, we'll probably start reducing this some. But the only one that's really going to feel that is Sobania, I believe. Nope. Your population, oh yeah, that's probably one reason why we're not making a lot of money anymore, because the population of Sobania has dropped because we are sending so many colonists to other systems. So this one can be a lot bigger than this one, but we need, oh wait, oh, I think they increased the amount of area that you can scout now. Nope, never mind. It's still the same. I like how the normal prize has a lower scouting range than the other ships. I think this one over here would be more important because 1, there's 2 planets in this system, and 2, there's more Duratanium and other things that we can use to improve the system. So you're gonna get over here and colonize that planet. That is going to be your job. But after that, let's move you over here. Got more thulium. We probably won't grab that because of the fact it's going to put more of a strain on our economy. But in the meantime, let's see, you're going down in that direction. Could have you come down here or go here. There is a chance there possibly could be a nebula here that we don't see. Or there could be some sort of rich resource that spawns here too. We don't know until we reveal it. Okay, I'm gonna have him go here, and then here, here, and then just have him focus on revealing this area. I think that's gonna be a good idea, but we need to keep pushing our outskirts to see what kind of life form that we can find out there. Okay, you move in this direction. See what we have there. And normal prize. You move. Okay. It looks like we're all good to go. You're almost to your destination. Now, hopefully... Can I rush this? Maybe in a couple more turns we'll rush it. I don't want to get my economy that low. Even though getting that built will help improve our economy. I still want some sort of buffer. So anyways, let's end our turn.
I end my turn.
First, Duratanium mine. Your miners return with the first load of Duratanium ore. Rocky debris laced with a telltale silvery gold flicker. more dense and resilient than anything your people have seen before. It will enable new types of manufacturing and ship hulls. That's what we're hoping. Breaking news: the United Planet's food program has generated its list of its greatest contributing planets to fight against galactic hunger. We are not on that list. Oh, and we also got our first Promethean mine too. The first of your probes returned with canisters filled with precious Promethean. Incredibly unstable, it has proven vital for improving our research capabilities. Its incredible density could also prove valuable in kinetic-based weapons. They go hand in hand with each other. So now we have Promethean, Durtanium, and Thulium, producing 0.3 Thulium from 3 bases. Amazing. Okay, a normal prize. What else do we have here? Nothing important. You're going down there, so normal prize. I think I'm going to task you with start revealing all this stuff. I think that's going to be your major goal. Hey! No colonizable planet, but more Durtanium and more Thulium. So you head in that direction. You were going to be a forward base. Probably move you down here. I think that would be more useful. It'll give us more Durtanium and more Thulium, which would be useful in the future. You move down here. You move down here. And you move this way. Okay. Our main planet is building an export center. Our shipyard is building another constructor. We'll probably build another colony ship after that. Let's see. If you're going there to get that Thulium or that stuff, and then you're gonna go down there to get that stuff. Oh boy. We have a lot of stuff going on right now. Oh, I never built the mining base right here yet. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and end our turn.
Uh-oh. This looks bad.
Okay, let's get this guy built. Starbase. Build me a mining ring so that we can mine the Promethean. Okay. And then now I want you to be renamed as, we'll name this starbase Capices Raff. That makes sense to me. It's Rachel, you're harvesting Promethean, deserts of Karak. Makes the most sense to me. Okay, so you guys get over here. Ooh, got another planet here. Got 2 planets here. This could be a pretty good border area for whatever's in this direction. Okay. So you build me another colony ship. You continue to explore. Coming down to grab those areas. We got this area under control. So far, there's a lot of resources and a lot of stuff going on. I'm hoping to find a nebula or some sort of special resource here that we can exploit. Hopefully. But we're gonna probably start expanding in that direction. If we don't find anything useful down here. Ooh, we got an artifact. I think that's the first artifact we've seen. Hopefully it's something useful. Hey, you go. And you just moved because we just found that area. Okay. You're not what I want. You're what I want, what I really, really want. I meant to check to see how much that cost. I didn't mean to immediately click it. Oops. Okay. Well, what difference did that make? It put us up by 5. Well. Sorry guys, you're probably gonna have to take a tax hit. There we go. I mean, I don't really need the tax hit. I do want to keep some sort of money income. But how much does that improve? 1%. 1% of our influence is now tradable. Or not tradable, but comes in by tourism. Okay. So controlled is 292, capital is 272. So yeah, once this continues to expand out and all that fun jazz, we'll be making a good amount of money from tourism. Did not mean to fast forward that. But at least now we're making some extra income. Hey, you go in this direction. Cool. You go in this direction. You already went in that direction. You go in that direction, which you already did. I think I kind of just flew everything off because I didn't mean to actually click that button. Oh well, it happens. Meant to check to see how much it would cost. But we still got 500. That's still a good amount. So I'm not going to complain too much about it. At least we're not too far in the hole. Anyways, let's end our turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue to explore. You want to just... I'm probably just going to have our Starship at normal price start getting rid of all this black around here so we can get everything revealed. At least know we're hopefully if we have some special materials, we can take care of it. And you go. You. I think that's all that's going to be there. So you start heading up in that direction. Okay. Money is growing. Our population is growing on all of our planets. You still have a while till you get to yours. You have one more turn till you get there. And building a constructor, which I think was for this area. Might have been for this area. And you can build those, but first we want to make sure that we got one more turn until this mine is built. And then we'll start building these mines. Oh, our research got done. I don't remember what I was researching. Interstellar governance. Oh yeah, that's right, so we can finally appoint a leader. Governing a civilization on a scale parallels our experience exploring our own world hundreds of years ago. A history we'd better refamiliarize ourselves with quickly before we get any space tea dumped in our harbors. Yeah, that's a good idea. We definitely need to make sure that we're good with diplomacy and practice it because we don't have any aliens to diplomat with before things get crazy. But okay, so we got diplomacy. Orbital manufacturing allows the construction of a larger hull size. That's not really a requirement right now. Militarization isn't really a requirement yet either. We haven't ran into anything that seems to be hostile, so I'm not going to focus on military yet. It allows us to manipulate space and build hypergates. Don't really know what hypergates is. It would be definitely good to know. And create Department of Colonization. So this allows us to make cities, and it gives us a little bit more administration. Administration is definitely going to be a problem, so we want to invest more in that. But cities isn't really a priority yet. A lot of our planets aren't at maximum population, so we don't really need to get cities yet. Plus, we're still expanding very rapidly. We're gonna get spiritual manipulation. I think that's gonna be the best one. Let's see, cultural exchange allows us to build entertainment center, which allows us to keep our people happy. Doesn't really matter too much because our people are very content, so they're very easy to please. They don't need to go to bars or go to the parks or whatnot to be happy. Their brains are just full of happy juices all the time, so they don't really need that stuff. But this helps with influence, helps with cultural form, and diplomacy. This will allow us to make a Prime Minister's starship. We can upgrade the normal prize. Indeed. But I think right now, maybe commerce probably wouldn't be a bad idea either, because we are kind of suffering with money, and as we continue to expand aggressively, money is going to be an issue as we get more star bases and get more planets under our control. Economy is more of a long-term investment, and as our planets grow from their population going up, our economy will recover itself. Right now we're having an economy problem because we're taking so many people off of our main planet and putting them on different planets. So this will kind of fix itself over time. So we'll go with spartal manipulation. Manipulation. We're just going to call it that. Ooh, and we got a new citizen. We want a leader. Yes. So what exactly does a leader do? Leaders can be assigned to boost any ability of your civilization on the govern screen by over 6% and can be reassigned without penalty. Oh, good to know. Yes, I want a leader. Can I rename him? I want to rename the leader. Oh, I'm already a leader. Never mind. I am the leader. Oh, I'm working for one of the governments. Indeed. So it looks like the leader kind of just controls the planet and allows you to manipulate it a little bit better. Gives you more controls over the planetary screen, I believe. I think that's kind of what this means. The leaders can be assigned to boost any ability of your civilization on the govern screen by over 6% and can be reassigned without penalty. So I think what it means is it can be one of the like one of these. It could be a scientist, a worker, or whatnot. I actually don't really know what this means. Okay. So leaders pop up here in the civilization priority and they help the entire civilization instead of just, going on a planet and being focused on one, where like these ones can also help out, but the leaders help out a lot more. Okay. So, and we're just gonna have one on each. Oh, this one just provides 1 administrative points. No, we actually need to focus a little bit more on research. Okay, so leaders are definitely used for this screen, where the workers and whatnot are more specifically for the planet. They can be used for this screen and there's nothing available, but they're definitely more useful on the actual planets. I learned something new today. Okay, I thought leader was like the main leader. I don't know why I thought that, and I just did. All right. Well, anyways, we're going to go ahead and end this episode here. We still haven't found any civilizations. We have expanded a lot. Discovered a lot of different systems. Next up, what I want to do is once we get this planet here colonized, I want to get control of these asteroids and get control of this Duratanium, and then move and then colonize these two, and then probably continue pushing out our exploration in this direction. I also want to explore this area down here because there's a possibility there might be a nebula down here, and if there is a nebula down there, then there will be alanium there, which we can use to research laser weapons in the future, which would be nice because we can use them as ion cannons. And then hopefully we also find a black hole, which allows us to have antimatter, which will give us access to missiles and missile defenses. So we still have a lot of exploring to do. We need to find at least one source of this before the AI does. That way we stand some sort of chance once we actually start pumping out military ships and starting to go to war and taking over the galaxy, or joining allies, or trying to fight someone off before they completely take over the galaxy. I don't know, it's going to be interesting. It just all depends on what people we have on our borders and how all this turns out. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like if you did. If you like what I do, consider subscribing, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Until then, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Thaker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.